So, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are. My name is Dr. Kabata. I'm a lecturer in a university, and I'm also a researcher and also an innovator. And today I want us to look at how you start the journey of commercializing your research. We have so many people who have written publications or published their research. They have theses, they have proposals, they have dissertations. But I think one of the biggest problems that we have, especially in Africa and also in the academia, is how you can be able to to commercialize this research. So you have done a very good research, but the question is, how are you able to commercialize this research? Now, one of the things that I would want to say is that for you to be able to commercialize the research, you have to do what we call identify the value or what people can pay for in that research. And this is not a very simple thing because you have the whole research, but with AI tools, you can actually be able to do it very easily. And therefore, I want to use an AI tool called Research Venture to try and see whether we can actually be able to commercialize research or we can be able to make it possible to identify the value in research. And after identifying the value in research, we can actually be able to commercialize this research, or we can be able to know how we can make money or monetize this research. Now, Research Venture is just a simple AI platform that tries to identify the value and also develop for you the MVP or the minimum viable product. Because for you to be able to commercialize research, you have to identify the minimum viable product. It is a technical research or a business research or a minimum viable output that you can be able to build a simulation or a prototype with. So having said that, allow me to share the 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 platform. So we have the venture here, the platform here, and I do believe that you can be able to see it. Upload your thesis, get a venture blueprint, etc. So if you look at this product here, it is called the Research Venture AI. It turns research into industry-ready innovation through AI. And in most cases, what it does is that it actually takes advantage of the researches that have been written in universities, in the industries, postgraduate research, and you can be able to turn it into a real world product, a startup or a solution that you can actually be able to innovate. It's something that you can be able to innovate. So what you need to do is that you can decide to upload your whole thesis here or your whole research here, or you can decide to just paste the abstract. So it means that with just the abstract, you can actually be able to also identify the value, especially if your abstract is to the point, it's structured well, and it captures all the three important, the areas that are important in this research, areas that are important in this research. So maybe we can try, we see. So you come here, you upload your thesis. So I'll try to look at one of my thesis here. I don't know whether I have a thesis here. I can look for one, my own thesis, because my own thesis, I know nobody is going to ask me many questions when it comes to it. I'm just looking for thesis that I can use. So I am uploading one document. Let me get one. So I have one here, determinants of the mobile payment use in Kenya. That is one of it. And yes, that is one of it. Maybe I can use that one to see what we can get from it, because this is my own thesis. So my own paper. So I come here and I open, I upload the paper. So you can see the paper is uploaded on the system. Then after uploading the paper, I have to choose the business model platform that I want to use. Do I want to use a business model canvas? This is a very big canvas. It usually have 9 blocks. It tries to identify the value that you can actually be able to capture from the thesis. Or I can use the lean canvas. This has fewer models, blocks in its model, and maybe I can use the lean canvas so that these two canvas are supposed to help you to identify the value or what you can actually be able to monetize or people can be able to pay for in your thesis. So after I can choose this one or I choose this one, I've chosen the lean canvas and then I come and analyze my thesis. So you can see the system is working. It is analyzing the thesis. So I'm waiting for the report. I'm waiting for the report. Remember, the most important report in this case is what we refer to as the MVP or minimum viable product, because that is what I can be able to use to develop one. So it has developed for me the lean canvas. So the title was Determinants of Mobile Payment Used by Consumers in Kenya. You can see the value created from that. This research creates value by systematically identifying the intrinsic factor that drive mobile money. So the value delivery system, how you get the value was delivered, and lastly, how you can capture the value. The value can be captured or you can make money through licensing the research framework for predictive analytical tools for mobile payment adoption. Because I can also do consultation services company. I can service for companies entering or expanding mobile payment market, or by informing the development of proprietary mobile payment partners. The venture could also offer training and workshops based on the research to accelerate successful mobile. So this is how I can actually be able to make money from it. But rather than that, I think the most important thing is what we refer to as the MVP. And that MVP, or what we call the minimum viable product, I'll get it after downloading the report. So when I download the report, you can see the report here is downloaded. So you can see now what I get after downloading. So the value pillar, the value delivery system, and also the value capture system. Value can be captured through licensing and research framework. Those are the things that we had looked at. But now the most important thing is this, the minimum viable product that I can be able to commercialize from that research. So if you look at it, basically because it was just looking at the determinants, it is telling me that I can develop a system, a product called the Mobi Adopt Advisor, a data-driven tool to predict and enhance mobile payment adoption in emerging markets. So my target users will be production managers or innovation leads or fintech company developing mobile payment solutions for Africa. The core problem that I will be solving is lack of clear guidance in which product features and market messages will truly drive mobile payment adoption in diverse emerging markets. So the features that I'll have in my MVP, you can see them: interactive survey, build based on this theory, basic predictive analytics, out of scope. Then you can see it also recommend some of the languages that you can actually be able to use when you're programming. And your successful matrix, success matrix, the number of combined surveys analyzed by target market. So all these, this is the most important area in my research. So now, after I get this, the mobile, the minimum viable product, the next thing that I can be able to do is maybe I can be able to capture it. I can be able to capture it. I can be able to take a screenshot for this. Now, after taking a screenshot for this, or maybe I can be able to I can just take the title. I will actually leave now that product there. I will leave that product there because I have actually finished with it. Then I will go to I will remove it. Then after removing it, I'll go to Chat GTP. I'll share the Chat GTP screen. I'll go to Chat GTP. I don't know whether I have Chat GTP. Then after sharing the Chat GTP, Then I will come here and tell it to the develop develop a prompt for this platform to be used in Lovable AI. So Lovable AI is the tool that I'll be using to develop the solution that I have actually gotten, and I use the prompt that I'm going to get here. The prompt that I'm going to get here, and you can see the prompt is being written. In fact, the best thing for us, if you want to come up with the best product, is to actually screenshot whatever we have gotten as an MVP. And after doing that, you come and paste it in Chat GTP and tell Chat GPT to develop the prompt for that. So I can copy that. After copying that, I will go back to my stream. I move out from now the Chat GTP because I finished with it. And then I come to Lovable. I share my Lovable account. Lovable account. So you can see it there. So I'll come here to Lovable and I will copy the prompt that I've got from ChatGTP, and I will now wait for Lovable to develop the solution for me. I will use Lovable to develop the solution for me. So I'm waiting for Lovable to develop that solution for me, and it is doing it, so that we can actually be able to see what we are going to get. Remember, we started with research venture. We did not stop there. We moved from research venture and we went to Chat GTP after getting our MVP. Then after getting that MVP, we went to Chat GTP and told it to develop a prompt for us to be able to use in developing the system. Remember, I've said that if you want to get the best system that you would want, the most important thing that you can do, or the best thing to do, is to make sure that you actually screenshot that minimum viable product, ask ChatGTP to develop for you the prompt, and then after that, you can actually be able to use any tool that can be able to develop the product for you. You can use Lovable for vibe coding, you can use Leaplet, you can use Cloud, you can use any, and you are going to get a solution. So we are waiting for Lovable. You can see Lovable is still trying to develop a product for us, and we want to see the product that we are going to get. We are going to see the product that we are going to get. We are going to get from it. So what it tells you is that with some of these tools, what it tells you is that with some of these tools, you can actually be able to monetize your research very easily. You can actually be able to monetize your research very easily. And therefore, the issue of just writing research for the sake of research or publishing research for the sake of research, I think it should be something that is coming to an end, because with these AI platforms, you can actually be able to identify the value, take the value from your own work, and actually take it from just a research publication to what we refer to as a product or a startup, or something that you can actually be able to look for money with, or something that you can be able to sell in the market. So our research should not just be research. Our research should move from just research to commercialization of research. So research venture tries to help you to identify the value and also develop an MVP or an MVO, minimum viable output. Then the chat GTP helps you to craft prompt that you are going to use in some of these vibe coding platforms such as Lovable, Leaplet, Bolt, and also what we are calling the cloud. So that is the process that I actually have today, or the process that we can actually be able to use to monetize our research. That is the process that we can actually use to monetize our research, to monetize our research. So I'm just waiting to see what we are going to get in it. It seems that it is a big product. You can see the process is continuing, the process of developing it. Remember, I took it from the MVP, and I have said that the best thing is to take the whole of the information you get for the MVP. And after taking all that taking all that information, then it becomes very easy for you to do what we call to get the, a good prompt for your work, a good prompt for your work. It becomes very easy for you to be able to get a new prompt for your work. So Lovable will continue until we get a minimum viable product. But I just hope that I've been able to explain to you, or I've been able to make you understand how you can be able to create a product from your research, uh, from yes, a product from your research. You can also be able to create a startup from your research, or a solution that you can actually be able to monetize from your research. So thank you very much, and I hope you will be able to monetize your research after listening and also seeing what we can actually be able to do with AI. So thank you very much and have a nice day.